Hello.
Hello, welcome to Annex News Party, coming to you live from the Annex with Alexander and Pamela.
And we will bring you the news of the day, and starting with today's breaking news about a property tax hike.
So Alexander, why don't you tell us more about this property tax happening?
Well, property tax rates have been increased by 4% today. It was announced by the mayor, David Miller, earlier in the day. And
Old butt boy Miller?
it has been that too. It's been quite a contentious issue.
We've received a lot of interesting feedback from...
A lot of emails, a lot of letters.
Yep, everyone loves sending us emails and letters about this issue.
Yeah.
And the most interesting, we would say, comes from Web Nomad. And what did you say about Web Nomad?
Web Nomad.
No, what did you say about Web Nomad?
Oh, a funny thing about Web Nomad's internet name is that it's not a coincidence that her name is Web Nomad, and she is also
interestingly
a lingual nomad in the sense that she
is utterly
travels between languages
and sounds very much like an Alta Vista translator gone wrong.
In that her language is very suspect, as it is replete with errors.
Okay, here's what Web Nomad has to say. This is absolutely no sense at all for all Torontonians except Miller rather can hold for moment during the situation downturn economic and people panic for it. Laugh on those people who vote him. It's an stupidity decision with no doubt.
That's Web Nomad for you.
Editorial comments, which are the following. What's the editorial policy?
Well, our opinion panel has come to the official conclusion that on behalf of Annex News Party,
Pajama Party Edition.
This time it is the Pajama Party edition of an Annex News Party. We believe that property tax hike is a good thing because it means that there's more taxes and that people who have houses and a lot of money can give a little bit of their money to people that don't have a house and don't have money.
Also, things that make people on CBC commenting get annoyed is usually entertaining, and usually if it makes people annoyed on the internet, it probably means it's a good thing to do.
I concur.
I second that motion. And now for our special news bulletin.
Ganja report.
With Alexander of Ella McQuaig.
Breaking news today is that the drug known as marijuana causes knee replacements to go wrong.
Testicular cancer? It's a funny way of talking about testicular cancer. Didn't know he kept them in there.
So that's another in the long list of disadvantages to indulging in said indulgence. And that's it for our ganja report. Now to you, Pamela.
Okay, and our final story of the evening will be about the still hotly contested prime ministerial race in Israel, where currently Foreign Minister Tzipi Livni has a narrow lead over Benjamin Netanyahu. The important thing to remember is that both of them are completely terrible options, and also that no matter who wins this race, it's likely to be inconsequential as right-wing and far right-wing members of Israeli parliament are currently in the majority, so they can kind of do whatever they want. Which is pretty scary because right-wing people in Israel are really scary
and dangerous.
And even the centrist people are like extremely conservative and weird. So yeah, here's a quotation from.
That's not weird in a good sense, as is usually used.
As it's never used. Oh, okay. And here's a quotation from Netanyahu. That I'm reading from CBC, which says, despite what the polls were showing, Netanyahu said he will still be Israel's next prime minister with God's help, as opposed to Livni, who God hates, right?
Livni is, by all accounts, hated by God.
By every account.
And this concludes our day's report on Annex News Party Report.
Coming from Alexander and Pamela. Bye.
Reporting live from the Annex.